everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Lorraine and welcome to another episode of Selfish Therapy. Guys, I know it's been a while, but I have been working on some things behind the scene, trying to be a little bit more professional, get a little bit more gears, so that I could be more, I could bring it home for you guys. So don't be too mad at me for being gone for so long, or don't judge me, but I'm here. I know I've been slacking a little bit, but I promise it's gonna be, the wait will be well worth it. So I know that you guys are gonna be seeing this video after Mother's Day, forgive me for that, but while we're in that spirit, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about some of the negative effects when people have children and they're both not ready for that child. So that's that could be whether the woman decide, I do not want to have children, or I'm just not ready to have a child, or the man said, I don't want to have any kids, or whatever the reasoning is, or you just happen, whoops, just like that, here we go. I don't think it's spoken about enough of what really happens, or how that takes a toll on the person that's carrying the child, if that's the person that does not want to have that child, the man that have to deal with having a child when he clearly didn't want to have that child, and then now we have that baby in the middle that's feeling all of that energy, or have to grow up feeling unwanted. It's a lot of chaos that comes into really carrying a child into the world when really and truly you are not ready. So let's start off with the mom, with the women. If a woman says, okay, I'm not ready to have a child, too many times I see people in relationships, they're in love, they want to get married, they want to do all of these things, but the woman is saying, hey, I don't feel like I don't feel it. I've never been the type of person that want to have children. Yes, I want to be married. I'm not saying I don't want to be committed, but I don't want to have children. The man then says, oh, hey, yeah, I feel like I can change her mind. But they ignore the fact that the woman said, okay, I don't want to have children, and then end up with this child. So here's what's going on. Emotionally, that is like very heavy on this person, on this woman. Mentally, that's not good. All that energy is being passed down to that child. So now you have a woman that does not want to be pregnant, does not want to be a mother. Now she's pregnant, her hormones are all over the place. All that negative energy is being passed down to the child. Now you have a person that is possibly resenting you. So that's draining mentally and emotionally on that woman. And then she's probably worrying about all the changes that her body's going through. It's already stressful enough just being pregnant. As women, we go through all these hormone imbalances a lot of the times, and then to be in a situation that you don't necessarily want to be in, that can't be good. Now let's switch gears a little bit and move on over to the side of the men. Watch this. Have you ever thought about the fact that if a man and a woman mess around, got pregnant, right? And the woman decides, I don't want to keep this baby. Guess what? It's her body. The man has no say in what happens. Even if the man wants the child, the woman decides, I don't want it. He has to live with that. But watch this. If it switches and the man decides, the man said, I don't want that child, but the woman decides she wants to keep the baby, that man is still responsible for taking care of that child. I don't know. I mean, I get it. The woman is the one, it's your body, and your body goes through a lot when being pregnant. There's so many changes, like I can't even begin to talk about or even explain words. Some of them, I don't even have words of some of the things that your body goes through when you're actually going through a pregnancy. And everybody's different. Everybody don't react to pregnancies the same way. So some people have it worse. And even after having that child, some of the responsibilities and the things that you have to deal with. So I get it. I get it 100%. However, it's kind of like, it's a little bit unfair if you ask me. That's just my opinion. But I'm just saying, that's just the way it is. So even if the man wants to have the child and the woman doesn't want to carry it, it's a no. But if it's the other way, he's legally responsible for taking care of that child. Now, another thing is, it's the same thing. If a person is not, ready or really want to have children, they have their reasons why. And being thrown into that, I don't think it's really the right way for a child. Now let's talk about the child. And this is where it really gets unfair or tricky, or because remember, the child did not ask to come into this world. The child did not, there are people who say a child chooses their parents and all of that, but just think about it. Being brought into this world, you need love, you need financial support, you need all the support that you guys know all it takes to raise a child. Not just financially, but a child feels, and it does a lot. A child could feel the energy and feel when they're not getting, or when they're not being treated at the way they're supposed to. And it really creates a really sour situation for a child to feel, to be born in a situation where they're not wanted, and they could feel that. And then that creates all these insecurities, that creates all these pain and all these resentment, there's so many things. And then now they have to go out into society trying to figure their way out, when in truth and in fact their parents were supposed to give them certain tools for them to go out into the world, and then the cycle goes on. But in this specific situation, people don't think about these things. It's mostly about the selfish side of us, that we literally just want what we want, and we don't think about all the additional consequences of not doing things the right way, right? And I just don't think it's fair to the child. I don't think it's fair that you go out there, you have fun just for a moment of pleasure. Here you are now creating a child that is going to just be angry at the entire world. Why? Because the people that is supposed to protect them or support them is not equipped to do that, is not ready to do that. Therefore, they're led to learn or go through life or make certain mistakes that could have been avoided on account of not having the proper support that you should have. I won't even put it on being in a broken home, or you have to go to school, get the education, married, have the kids. That is not even where I'm going, because we have a lot of people who did not take that route, and they are in a very stable and loving home. But just the next time, this is to say to you, the next time you decide, hey, I'm gonna have this child, or I'm just gonna be free falling, think about also not having a child when you're not ready or when you don't want to.
Wanted to say sometimes when children are born into unwanted situation, that leads to them feeling neglected, some type of resentment, and oftentimes build up this barrier that travels with them into adulthood. Okay, that could be lack of self-worth, low self-esteem, and trust for others.
Right? And I know it's not taken as seriously as before, because you could just go to the doctor, they give you a pill, or they just do a quick procedure, and bam, you're not pregnant anymore. And I know I'm probably gonna get some people are gonna have a lot of shit to say about me talking about abortion. Your choice is your choice. Let's be clear. I'm not beating anybody up on that. I'm just talking about situations where you didn't want to be pregnant, and now not because you are so happy to do an abortion, but that's your best choice right now. That's what I mean. Okay, right? And now your body have to go through emotionally and mentally, like, I don't know. I've never had an abortion, so I don't know what it feels like or what, I don't know. But my thing is, I just can't imagine, and again, this is me, guys, this is me. I just can't imagine, like, just get up one day, I'm pregnant today, tomorrow I'm not, and I'm like, whoop to do, let me go about my day. My personal opinion. So maybe that's why my mindset is like this. Maybe I need to be educated on it. I don't know. Maybe. But that's my opinion. My opinion. This is not for, I mean, when you do something because it's your choice versus when you do something because you have to. Not because you want to, because you have to. So I just want to be super clear with everybody. To each his own. Your choice is your choice. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just talking. I'm just thinking out loud in terms of how it affects us in a negative way. What are some of the negative consequences? Are you getting in a position where you have to do certain things that you don't necessarily want to do, and now you have no choice but to go through those consequences, but to face those consequences? So that's what I mean. I just think we need to think about it a little bit more, because it's not fair to anybody involved. It's really not. It's really not fair. And I know everybody's going to do what they want to do. Everybody's grown and all of this, and it's not the end of the world. But at the same time, if you can prevent putting another child through that kind of emotional stress, or the lack of support, or just feeling that they're less than, or that rejection feeling, it's worth at least trying. It's worth at least talking about it. So I didn't want to go too deep into it. I wanted to keep this conversation a little bit on the lighter side, but at the same time, I hope I touched base on all of the parts that actually relate to this one topic. And the main thing is, listen to your partner, listen to each other, make sure that you're both ready before you do that, because then all parties involved will be happy, and then you'll have a happy child, a more solid, grounded child. Okay? Just saying. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for this video. I thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I know it's been a minute. I'm working on coming back to you even more than I was before. Just give me some time. I'm working on some things to get all of this, looking more professional and on a more upscale type thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have not seen my other videos, please make sure that you go ahead and watch them. Please subscribe to my channel. Turn on your post notification bell so whenever I post new content, you guys will be first to know. Leave me a thumbs up if you like this video. Drop a comment down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Selfish Therapy. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support. And with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. See you next time.